On this episode of Peel Out Garage, we're getting our billet on. Welcome back, folks. I hope you're all well. Welcome to the fourth part in our Royal Enfield series. We have a very special package here. This is full of billet parts for the Royal Enfield. All of these parts were kindly donated to the show by Concept Machine Works of Sydney, Australia. The owner, Brenton, was very kind and has given us some amazing parts. Off the shelf, you can buy Harley and Royal Enfield parts from these guys. Now, you may find that some of it is out of stock. If you find that, just send them a message, suss them out. Some things are on back order, and some things are just out of stock until they're back in. The part I was the most excited about is the Royal Enfield 650 intake plate. So this is made out of billet aluminium and it is very, very beautiful. After the intake plate was designed, they've improved the concept using CFD analysis software. And this thing is absolutely gorgeous. Made out of 6061 T6 aluminium and CNC machined in-house, it is designed to work with the DNA aftermarket filter. Now, I don't have the aftermarket filter. I have ordered it from India. It is on its way. I actually ordered a K&N, I think, but I'm assuming it'll work. We'll find out. However, I am going to show you how to use this using an original air filter. Obviously, it will offer very minimal amounts of benefit, considering the fact that you're still using the stock air filter, but it is slightly better than using the stock air filter cover. We have got two sets of foot pegs. I'm going to be installing the off-road style foot pegs. Again, they're made from 6061's T6 aluminium. They are designed and manufactured in-house again. I want to try them because I think having the wider foot peg might actually be more comfortable. And I find that wearing work boots, because I work in construction, I have to wear work boots if I'm riding the bike. I find that the standard foot pegs, I don't get a lot of feeling on them and they're just a little bit too narrow for boots, but that's just me. The tensioner covers are also Cerakoted. They're a two-piece system. So you remove the original plate that your nuts go onto, and then you replace that with piece one, and then there is a cap that goes over the end of that, and then that screws into the first piece. They look fantastic, and the fitment, oh my God, the fitment. You can tell that a lot of work has gone into making these parts perfect in every way. They just work. I love it when something just works. You don't have to modify anything. You don't have to swear at it because it won't fit properly. It's not complicated. I have seen other chain tensioner replacement systems that you have to remove the axle, you have to replace the whole system. This is not that. This is literally undoing two nuts, pulling off a piece of metal, and replacing it with a beautiful piece of 6061 aluminium. Amazing. Now, step one is removing the side panel. Then you're going to pull the lever and pop off the seat. Now that the seat is out of the way, we're going to undo this little Allen key screw right here. And then we're going to simply pop off the side panel and you've got access to your air filter. Now this is what the original intake cover looks like. You want to take that off and immediately throw it in the bin. These little tabs here is a modification we did in the last video. Basically it just frees up the restriction there. Now if you're going to use the stock air filter, you will need to take that foam piece off, which is very simple. You're just going to pick it away with your fingers and then scrape it. Now with the stock air filter, I did have to put longer screws. Obviously, if you're using the correct air filter, you wouldn't need to do that. Would you just have a look at this part? It is so nice. All right, next we are onto the chain tensioner, and this is one part I was really looking forward to. So it's very easy to install. You're just firstly going to remove that little locking bolt there. And once you've got that out of the way, you undo the next nut and that'll free up this whole little mechanism you've got. Then you just need to pry the plate off with either a flat screwdriver or a pry bar. And that's what your original one looks like. So have a look at this. You thought the intake plate was good. Oh my god, these are a whole nother level. Now, this is a very easy process. It's a two-piece system, so this is the first part. You're simply going to slide that on. You don't have to remove the axle or anything else. Slide that on, press it in, and it won't go all the way in. You will have to tighten it up to actually get it to press into the swing arm. And you can watch here, as I tighten it down, it will slowly press in and that gap you see there will fade away. Perfect. Now you don't need to go stupid tight with this, just firm. Once you've got the main nut on, slide on the second one and tighten that down. Again, not tight, just firm. Alright, and once you're happy with that, you're going to grab the second piece, which is the cover, which comes with two little Allen screws, and you just tighten them down, and you've successfully installed a much better looking chain tensioner. And I have a little comparison here. This is the stock one versus the Concept Machine Works. Now, once you've got these installed, it is worth going and just making sure, using these little tabs here, that your axle is straight. It shouldn't have moved because we haven't undone anything, but it's definitely a good thing to double check. Also double check your chain tensioner at this point. Now, foot pegs are something that I found quite interesting. Concept Machine Works make these two different styles. You've got the knurled, and then you've got this one here, which is their off-road style. And there's the knurled one. Now, I did decide to go with the off-road style because it's got a wider base. And what that does is it actually puts your foot closer towards the pedals, which means that you don't have to move your foot up as high when you're changing up the gears. You don't have to move it down as much when you're moving down the gears. Now, this is a really simple part to install. So all you're going to do is undo the two little Allen key bolts on the bottom of the peg, and then that'll allow you to just pop the rubber off. And then you're going to put your new foot peg on top and do them back up. Now, these do have Loctite in them from the factory, so it's worth putting a little bit on there when you're putting them back in. Not a lot, just a little bit. Alright guys, that is the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you have any questions, please let me know. Leave a comment below and I will answer it for you. Check out Concept Machine Works. Even if you don't buy anything, go there, have a look. The stuff is awesome. And they can custom make stuff for you. So if there's something you want and you're willing to pay for it, hit them up. They'll help you with it. Big thanks again for the support from Concept Machine Works. The products are just absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. And they're not paying us to say that. They just sent them and I've just installed them. And I love all of it. I was going to buy them all anyway. So, fantastic stuff. If you have any questions, comments, feedback, any of that wonderful stuff, leave a comment below. I want to hear what you're doing to your bike. Have you bought anything from Concept Machine Works? What was your experience? What did you buy? If you want a t-shirt, go to our website. It's pillargarage.com.au. If you want to follow us on social media, follow us on social media. It's Pillar Garage on everything. And don't forget, work on your motorcycle. See you in the next one, guys.